Hey there, welcome back friends. In this video we will talk about loops. Now what are exactly loops? Loops are a functionality using which we can perform some action in a iterative manner. We can perform some action multiple times based on the condition. And this is very useful when it comes to programming. For example, let us take a very simple use case where we wish to print some numbers. For example, we wish to print 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in here what we can do, we can make use of this print statement and then we can print those on the console. Now definitely you can make out that this is a tedious job. In here there are 5 statements. For example, we wish to print like 100 numbers on our console. That would be very tedious. Is there a better way? Definitely there is a better way. By taking help of loop, let us check how we can perform this exact action using loop. So in here there are 3 parts to loop. Firstly, there is a variable initialization, and in here let us take the variable as I, and based on this variable then we have to create a condition. So that would be like while, and the condition would be based on this variable. Now definitely using the variable is optional, but usually there are 3 parts. So in here the condition could be like I is less than, for example, 10, or maybe for example 6 for example. And in here once we are done with this, we will make use of a colon and then we will print. Let's print I directly. Now in here what happens is it will simply display us a infinite loop, right? So you can easily make out that this program is giving us a infinite loop. The reason being, there is no third part in here. We are not increasing the value of I. There is no statement which will make this condition false later down the line. Now whenever we are stuck in this kind of error where we are inside a infinite loop, you can definitely navigate to this option and you can restart the kernel. Here we go. And let me add a yet another statement in here, and the statement could be I equals I plus 1, right? Let me run this particular fragment of code and now we will get a very clean looking output. So these are the 3 parts of the while loop. Firstly, initialization of variable, then the condition, and then finally the statement which will update the variable on which your condition is dependent. Usually this is the way, this is the path. Now in here none of these parts are compulsion. We can definitely make use of, for example, in here we can definitely make use of a false statement in here. For example, I directly make use of false in here. That's perfectly all right. We can get rid of this condition, we can get rid of this line. This is perfectly okay. And in here we can print while will not execute. This is perfectly all right, right? So while will definitely not execute. Now friends, in here while loop is basically used to iterate over condition. So that is the reason why I have showed you those 3 steps. Now let me undo the changes. Here we go. Let me copy this and paste it in here. For example, we wish to add a default statement. How we can do that? There are 2 ways. In here, for example, we are executing these statement. Either we can directly run our statement out of the scope of a while. So if we remove the indentation and add a statement in here, for example, print this is out of while scope. This means that this statement is out of the scope of the while loop. The indentation is outside, right? As a result, we will get this statement after the execution of all the statement. We can definitely add a tab and you can definitely get the effect, right? In this case, the print statement is getting executed in every iteration. Alright, so spaces, indentations are very important in Python. Now moving forward, let me copy this. Let me paste it in here. For example, we wish to print some default statement after the while loop. Even that is possible. In here, we need to make use of else, right? And else is what? Else is definitely a sister statement to the while statement. As a result, the indentation would be at same level. Let me run this and we will get the default statement, right? Can we add a tab in here? You will see a syntax error, right? So the sister statement should be at a same level always. All right. Now friends, there is this small little thing. What happens if the condition is false? Let me copy this once again and paste it in here. For example, the while loop has a false condition. In this case, the default else statement will get executed. Let me show you. So the default statement will get executed. It doesn't matter whether the condition is true or false. After every iteration, the default else statement will get executed. Alright, so these are a couple of things related to else loop. Now let us quickly check a list X, for example. And for example, it has 9, 5, 1, 0. So there are a couple of statements, there are a couple of elements in this list and we wish to iterate over this list. Using while loop, this is possible, but there is a better way. When we will check for loop, I will show you a better way to iterate over iterable data structures. But in here, there is a way using while loop how we can iterate over iterables. So in here, it would be like I equals 0 while I is less than length function, and we will pass on this list and then we will print list X and we will give the index as I, right? And we will type an I plus plus. Now this notation is a Java notation. Will it work? It will give a syntax error. In Java there is no I plus plus. So let me fix this. There is a shorthand expression though, which is, let me show you, which is plus equal to 1. Let me run this and this will work. So we can easily make out that we are able to extract the information from list. Now friends, we can easily extract information from list using while loop, which we have seen, but there are better ways, better loops which are better useful for extracting information on iterable type of data structures, which we will see in our next video. Alright, so for while loop, this is it, where we have conditions, we have a variable, we have a statement which affect the condition and things like that. We also have the default statement, right? So that's it for today, and in our next video we will explore more on loops. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.